Deep in the marshes of Blackfen, where the ground swallowed footsteps and the air reeked of decay, a forgotten shrine stood, half-sunken in mud. At its center was the chalice, a tarnished silver goblet etched with writhing, serpentine runes that seemed to pulse under moonlight. Legends warned it was forged by a cult that worshipped something older than gods, something that fed on despair. Those who touched it were said to hear its cries, a wail that burrowed into the soul. In the autumn of 2025, a scavenger named Clara, driven by desperation after a failed heist, ventured into Blackfen seeking the chalice. She'd heard it could grant wishes, though the cost was never clear. Guided by a tattered map, she found the shrine under a sky choked with storm clouds. The chalice sat on a cracked altar, surrounded by shriveled hands clutching offerings, rings, coins, and teeth. As Clara reached for it, the air grew thick and the goblet began to weep, oozing a black, syrupy liquid that smelled of rot. She grabbed it anyway. The moment her fingers touched the metal, her vision blurred, and a scream, not her own, tore through her mind. The marsh stirred. From the mud rose shapes, humanoid but wrong, their bodies stitched from sinew and moss, with faces that were featureless save for gaping, drooling mouths. One lunged at Clara, its fingers sinking into her arm. Her skin bubbled and split, flesh peeling back to reveal bone as the creature's touch dissolved her. She stumbled back, clutching the chalice, which now burned her hands, fusing to her skin. The creatures closed in, their mouths emitting a wet, gurgling chant that matched the rune's rhythm. Clara's legs gave out, and she fell into the mud, her body convulsing as the chalice drank her blood, its black ooze mixing with her wounds. From the shrine's shadows emerged a presence, formless, yet towering, its outline shifting like smoke. It had no eyes, but Clara felt its gaze, heavy and ravenous. Her screams choked off as her throat filled with the same black liquid, her eyes melting into her skull, leaving only hollow sockets. The last of her team, a thief named Marco who'd stayed back, watched from a distance. He saw Clara's body twist unnaturally, her limbs elongating, her jaw unhinging into a maw like the creature's. The chalice fell, sinking into the mud, but it pulsed, and the marsh responded with a chorus of wails. Marco ran, but the ground sucked at his boots, and the creatures turned toward him. Their mouths stretched wider, revealing rows of needle-like teeth, and they tore into him, shredding his flesh into ribbons that sank into the mire. The shrine stands silent now, the chalice buried somewhere in the marsh. But on storm-filled nights, travelers near Blackfen hear a distant wail, like a child sobbing, and see shapes moving in the fog. Some return with burns on their hands, claiming a silver goblet appeared in their grasp before vanishing. Others don't return at all, their screams swallowed by the marsh, where the chalice weeps, waiting for its next drink.